Hey folks, doing Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on November 22nd, 2019. News, Luxury Merchant, and Golden Merchant stuff all in a few minutes. So first up in the news, the Dragon Guard Rising event is coming up. It will be November 26th to December 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern. During this time, you can get bonus rewards, double rewards for all the dragons and bosses in all of this year's Season of the Dragon DLCs and chapters. That's going to include Wrathstone, Elsewhere, Scalebreaker, and Dragonhold. So what does that mean? You're going to be able to get double rewards from any of the bosses that you fight. You're going to get double rewards from any of the harvest nodes in the zones, northern and elsewhere, southern and elsewhere. And you're also going to be able to get your event tickets by killing bosses in those areas. You also have a few new items coming in, and the pure snow berries of growth, which will complete your Indrik, will also be available during that time. Now, related to events, and more specifically canceled events, the Undaunted event should come up sometime after the Dawn of the Dragon Guard event. They don't have an exact time when, but it will come up sometime after that. Don't know exactly when, but you'll have a chance to get those opal skinned items that you weren't able to get if you weren't in that very first few hours that people were able to get in. And you should also be able to get more event tickets during that event. Also note the treasure hunter outfit during that will also should also be reactivated. For whatever reason, when the event got canceled, it also turned off that outfit, which turned out to make everyone invisible because it turned off the content for some strange reason. Meanwhile, they did disable the ability to wear that outfit until the event occurs. Also, coming up is a Black Friday sale. You should have a chance to get 67% off Elder Scrolls Online Elsewhere on a Black Friday sale. And they also typically have other sales going on. So keep your eyes on Black Friday for other deals and events. Sometimes they have other bundles that you kind of sneak in there during that time. So that's it for the news for right now. Let's get on to the Luxury Merchant and the Golden Merchant for today. So kind of repeating our last week's theme, we have a lot of game animals hunting. Else, birds, herbs, traps. I like the animal trap the best, and it's actually kind of cheap too. The Orca's Grand Table is okay, I guess, but 50,000 for that, kind of expensive. Next up on the Golden Merchant, for 150k, Thunderbug's Necklace, which gives you armor, spell damage, and when you take physical damage, you have 50% chance to deal 6,192 shock damage in a 5-meter radius around you. Concur once every 3 seconds. I'd say just don't get this one. It's not that great. There's other sets out there that work better with damage, but yeah, this one just skip. It's not worth it for that. If you really want to get this, I believe you can get this out of Malator. Witchman's Necklace. Stamina recovery, weapon damage, maximum health, and we use the ultimate ability. Heal yourself for 28 health and restore 28 stamina per ultimate cost. This would be an interesting synergy set with a Dragon Knight. However, the health and stamina given back from this is just, it's low, unfortunately here. I'm hoping this one is one of those sets that gets revised when they do take a look at some of the armor sets and kind of level that up here. I mean, 28 and 28, not really that much. Maybe get the purple if you really like it, guys, but I'd skip that one as well. Ember Shield. Health, armor, and we deal damage to fully charged heavy attack. You have 50% chance to deal physical or increase your physical and spell resistance by 3,440 and deal 1,300 flame damage to all enemies in 5 meters for 1 second for 6 seconds. So yeah, skip this one. It's not good enough for PvE and not good enough for PvP. The fully charged heavy attack you're not going to get off in most PvP builds, unless you're doing maybe lightning or health restoration staff, and the damage is negligible, to be honest. In addition to that, it's only a 50% chance on that, and the physical and spell resistance, not really good. You'd probably be better off going with something like Blood Spawn, etc. 250k, skip this one. If you really, really, really want this one, City of Ash, pretty easy one to get. Necklace on the Undaunted Infiltrator for 250k. Magicka, weapon critical. And we use an ability that costs Magicka. Light attacks deal an additional 774 damage, and heavy attacks deal an additional 1161 damage for 10 seconds. It's interesting, but not great. This again, you're looking at Magicka, and then you're also looking at weapon critical here, which is kind of weird. So you're splitting your stats out, and then this damage given by the onto your light and heavy attacks is just it's minimal. It's not going to do that much. So yeah, I would skip that one. 400k, Lambrus's guys, Magicka, and deals flame and shock damage. When you deal flame or shock damage, you have 10% chance to summon a meteor shower of damage that deals 1,422 damage to all enemies in 4 meters every 1 second for 5 seconds. So the effect can occur once every 8 seconds. Actually, not a bad set, in my opinion here. It does have a low chance, but if you run a DK or if you run a Sork, you have a lot of dots that can give you flame or shock damage to make sure this comes onto it. For PvP or PvE, I'd probably say it would be an interesting choice. It is a pretty easy one to get though, so you might want to farm it if you have the ability to. It comes out of, I want to say, Vaults of Madness. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Vaults of Madness here, which is an easy one to run. You just have to get through it. But most people can run this through on basic stuff here. So if you don't want to spend the money, don't spend it. But if you have the AP and you want to burn it, you might want to get that one. Shadowren's guys, magic recovery, and when you take damage, you have 15% chance. You have 15% chance to summon a shadowy Clanfear for 15 seconds. Clanfear deals 3,984 magic damage and applies minor maim to enemy hit within 3 seconds, reducing the damage by 15%. That can occur once every 15 seconds. So this is interesting for a pet build. There are better sets out there, I feel. This comes out of Banished Cells 1, and I think it's actually easier just to run Banished Cells 1 than try to buy this. It's a real simple dungeon. Yeah, so just skip this one here. Go with the Lambruses if you really want to, but no reason to get that. All right, guys. Anyways, I'm Hero Done. That's your Mundus Minute. See you on Tamriel.